Hello crafters, I'm JanB and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Today I'm going to show you how to make this card, only I'm going to change the colour scheme and I'm going to go for traditional colours. The cardstock you're going to need is the card base. I'm using garden green. It measures 5 3/4 inches by 8 1/4, folded in half. Piece of Whisper White which measures 3 7/8 by 5 1/2 inches. Another piece that is approximately 3 1/2 by 3 1/2, and a smaller piece which is about 2 inches by 3 5/8. The first thing I'm going to do is stamp the background piece, and I'm going to use this beautiful hardwood stamp. That's that one. It looks very dark there, but I'm using Sahara sand, so it comes up really nice, a lightish colour. So ink it up. Obviously it's much better to do it this way when you've got such a large stamp. And then lay the paper on top, making sure that you keep your paper straight. And then put another piece of paper on top, scrap paper, and just press it down. There we go. So I'll move that out of the way and then adhere that to your card front. That bit I've already done. That's my way of making sure that I get it done straight. I was able to take my time, not worry about a video watching me. And then we're going to take our 3 1/2 by 3 1/2 piece and just mark one piece somewhere sort of centre. The reason for doing that, the stamps that we're using is Wondrous Wreath, and this one is triple step stamping, so you've got 1 layer, 2 layers, 3 layers. But what Stampin' Up have done on all 3 pieces, they've put a little like tab so that you can make sure you're going in the right direction. They've also put that tab on the same, the corresponding dies to cut this out. So the first stamp is the one that's got all the leaves on it, which is this one here. And I'm going to use Pear Pizzazz on that one. So again, because it's quite a large stamp, I'm stamping upside down. With these photopolymer stamps, it's quite easy to see that you have actually inked all of it. Now this is the tab just here, and I always make sure mine go to the top. Doesn't matter which direction you use, as long as you stick to the same direction. Now I'm going to bring this as close to me as possible so that I can try and put some pressure on the stamp. It's also a good idea when you're using photopolymer stamps to stamp on a soft surface. The surface I'm using is a Stampin' Up piercing mat that I keep purely and simply for my photopolymer stamps. I don't use it for piercing. I've got another one for that. So I can't actually get my head over this, so hopefully I've pressed that hard enough. Yes, that's good. The next colour I'm using is Garden Green, and the stamp for that one is the one that's only got the few leaves on it, which is this one here. So I'll ink that one up. Now again, I'm going to make sure the tab is facing towards the top. When you do this stamping, you want to try and line up some of the leaves. they do go over the top. It doesn't have to be precise at all, but I line up that little single one there, and then I get those two lined up. I hope you can see that. And then I gradually watch, making sure the others come round. In fact, I can see a piece there that's not inked up very well. Let's redo that bit. That's better. That's a brilliant thing about these stamps. So what I'm doing is I'm trying not to get my head over in front of the camera. So I'm lining that one up first, and then those two, and then working my way round. Okay, so give that a nice hard press. Yes. Not perfect, but as you can see, it does sort of line up. Considering that I wasn't able to get my head right under, that's not bad at all. And then the last colour is to do the berries. Again, with the little tab on there. Doesn't matter if that comes over the edge of the block there. That one's small enough to be able to do straight onto the ink. Yes, that looks nice. And then with this one, for lining it up, all I'm do is make sure that that big hole is around that big hole. Don't try lining these tabs up. Don't do a mark and get them all up there, because it won't work. But that gap has got to go over that gap. There we go. That'll be lovely. Nice firm press. There we go. Lovely. I think this will probably be the most popular stamp set this year. Now we need to cut this out. And these are the Wonderful Wreath framelit dies. And with my dies, what I do is I put them on a sheet of a magnetic sheet. One, because when I'm working, once I've finished using them, I can just pop them back on there and I'm not too worried about losing them because I know they're there. But also, by keeping them like this, when I put them away, once I've finished, I can see down here there should be 7 of them, and I can count up to make sure there's 7. There's only 6 at the moment, but I'll show you that. So, to cut this out, this is my magnetic platform. So I put that there. I take the big die, and as you can see, there's got the tab there that's got to go up to the top. So I'm going to put that on. Did you hear that click? That's a lovely sound. It's not going to move. So that's that one. And then there's a smaller one for the a smaller one for the centre, and that's got a tab as well. And then that goes. Oops. Once it grabs, it really does grab. So that's it. That's ready, and that can be pushed through the big shot. I don't have the big shot here because a little bit of lack of space. So here's one I did earlier, and I've already put my dimensionals on it, and there is no right or wrong way, whichever way you want it to go. So just pop that on the front. And then for the sentiment that comes with the dies, this is Noel, and the other one is Joy, which is the one that's missing from my pack. I've already run this through the Big Shot, but the best thing to do, because it's very, very intricate, is to put a sheet, a piece of non-stick baking paper in between your die and the cardstock, and you will find it will come off very, very easily. In fact, you can see it's just falling off here. That comes off really nice and easily. And then if I use my paper piercer, press that. I have also seen somebody who has used their American, she calls it wax paper, but I imagine it's the same, and hers was white, but she has actually used that on one of her cards. So I'm keeping mine, and I will be doing that, so I'll show you that one day. I'll just pop these bits out. There we go, then I'm going to pop that on there. In fact, I think I can get rid of this now. Just get rid of the rubbish. And that's what I do, you see, because I've got my magnetic sheet, I just finish my die, I put it on there. That keeps it nice and safe. Right, now, the way I will be sticking this to my card front is by using my glue pen. This is just brilliant. It's got a lovely broad surface here, so that I can paint the back of this and then just pop it straight onto my card. So just make sure it's got ink coming through it, well, glue, not ink, and then just paint that on there. This is a 2A glue pen, which means if you paint the glue on but you don't actually stick it down straight away, it will dry so that it's tacky, like the tacky you get on post-it notes. So you have to work quite quickly when you're actually using it to stick onto something. How gorgeous is that? That is really lovely. I do like that. I'll cover that bit up because I don't want to get glue on any of my work or my bits. So the last thing I need to do is to put a bow on here in true Blue Peter style. Here's one I made earlier. If when you're making your wreath, if you find there's any bits that you're not happy with, maybe the stamp didn't stamp really nicely, then put it up here so that when you put your bow on it, it's going to cover it up. So I'm just using a glue dot. The way I make my bows like this, I use the dip like bunny ears. No, don't go down there. Try again. That's it, I like that. Right, okay, and there we are. That's today's card. Really nice and easy. I love it. I showed you the blue one, but I also did a purple one. That was with Wisteria Wonder and Elegant Eggplant. So the two words with the framelets, as I said, you get Noel and Joy. So beautiful stamp. This one, that is another stamp with Wondrous Wreath, but I do prefer real bows. The advantage of having this one on here is if you're sending it through the post, you're more likely to get away with normal letter posts on that, whereas a bow normally makes it go as a large letter because it makes it too thick. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed watching this. Many thanks. If you've got any questions at all, please contact me. I'll be happy to help you. If you've enjoyed my video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel And if you'd like to buy any of the products you've seen here, please visit my website, which is www.janbcards.com, and you'll find a link that will take you to my 24/7 online Stampin' Up shop. Many thanks for joining me today. Happy crafting. Until next time, cheerio.